For 2 days after being intimate with her husband, Mary can't help but chew gum. She finds her husband disgusting. He looks gentle and polite and acts very sweet to her, but this wolf in sheep's clothing, she wishes she could castrate him right now. Strangely, her husband disappeared yesterday. It's the first time he didn't come home in 20 years of marriage. She pretends to bring milk tea to the front desk. The receptionist says the director is off today. Mary says she knows she just bought it for them on her way. Facing the director's wife's kindness, the receptionist complains. Not only is the director absent today, but Dr. Lily is also off. The front desk phones keep ringing nonstop. Yesterday, Dr. Lily left in a hurry. Something must have happened. Mary remembers this detail clearly. She starts eyeing the security camera above. Just then her brother comes looking for her husband. She noticed they were hiding something yesterday. He acts guilty when seeing her. His attempt to leave makes her more suspicious, though he keeps explaining. They just had dinner together yesterday. Nothing more. Mary exposes him with one question. She asks if he wants money. When money is mentioned, Mike's eyes light up. So he tells Mary everything about meeting Jack yesterday. He originally went to borrow money from Jack, but Jack was in a hurry to leave, so he shamelessly got into Jack's car. He wanted to briefly explain his business idea to Jack in the car, but Jack signaled for him to get out soon because Jack said they were about to get on the highway. Strangely, Mike noticed the GPS was set for Yangpyeong. That's how he left his phone in Jack's car. Hearing Mike's story, Mary grows more suspicious. She thinks Jack and Dr. Lily might be involved, so she secretly checks the hospital's security footage. She wants to confirm if Dr. Lily is Jack's mistress. But just as the receptionist said, Dr. Lily left in a hurry yesterday. Did they plan to meet secretly at their countryside house? Just as Mary feels confused, a phone rings in the car. If she remembers correctly, this phone belongs to Dr. Lily. She accidentally left it in Mary's car yesterday when Mary took her to the hospital to uncover Jack and Dr. Lily's connection. This phone could be the key. Mary goes to Dr. Lily's hospital room. She uses Dr. Lily's finger to unlock the phone. Inside she finds many photos of Jack. There are also secretly taken pictures of them together. Clearly Dr. Lily is not the woman Mike is seeing outside. But this photo surprises her even more. Turns out they've known each other since childhood. Strangely, her mother-in-law kept this from her and even made her misunderstand their relationship on purpose. But Mary stays calm when her mother-in-law explains. The mother-in-law says, "First, you never asked me about their relationship. Second, I said they had a connection, but not the kind you're thinking of. Besides, Dr. Lily just likes my son one-sidedly. So my son isn't the type to cheat." But the mother-in-law is only half right. From Dr. Lily's phone messages, it's clear Mike pretends to go out to tell Dr. Lily to focus on hospital work. So the person with Mike isn't Dr. Lily. Then who could it be? Little do they know. Outside their house a man is staring intently at Mary's room. He seems to be planning something. Meanwhile the mother-in-law is panicking too. She's called her son countless times, but his phone is off. So the two women agree to work together to find the missing Mike. Suddenly, an uninvited guest appears at their home. The man introduces himself as Mr. Young. He says, "Before the old master died, I worked for him. He's what people call a private detective. The reason he's here now is because the old master asked me to investigate someone. It's time you knew." Then he pulls out a photo of a girl. Mary immediately recognizes the girl as her patient Sheena. She wonders why her father-in-law ordered someone to investigate this person. The detective shows a photo that proves her father-in-law already knew his son was seeing someone else. Her mother-in-law reacts strangely. She tears up the photo immediately. This proves everyone knew about her husband's affair. Was she the only one kept in the dark? This shy-looking woman seems innocent, but her mind is actually filled with disturbing thoughts. She's been different since childhood. When her sister got scratched by a cat, she pretended to worry about the injury. Her parents rushed out of the house. They pushed her aside. After seeing the wound, they immediately looked at her suspiciously, but she just stared at the cat. After they left to punish the cat for hurting her sister, she killed it with her bare hands. Her father beat her badly for this. Even as an adult, she doesn't understand. She only wanted to protect her family. Why did they treat her this way? She never got an answer. While having dinner with Mike, she casually mentions her whole family died, except her. She says they went to Paris as a family of 4. But when they arrived, she suddenly thought she thinks the 5-star hotel looks better than the Eiffel Tower. So she stays alone at the hotel, but her parents and sister go as planned. Sadly, they get into a car accident, and the car catches fire. Mike can't help but feel sorry for the young woman. Sheena says she was lucky to survive, but later a fire at home burns her neck. She says she's glad to meet a great plastic surgeon like him. She tells Mike he gave her a second chance at life. After praising him a lot, Sheena asks to be his close friend who shares everything. Mike understands what she means by close friend, but Mike doesn't know yet. Sheena has been married twice and attended 3 funerals. Her first husband died from eating pufferfish. Her second husband drowned. He was found frozen in ice. Her third fiancé died in a fire before they married. Her expression shows she's involved in all these deaths. But when questioned by the police, she stays very calm. She easily proves she wasn't there. But if someone upsets her, she can snap instantly. Once on her birthday, her drunk third boyfriend comes home. He says happy birthday to her, but he doesn't show any respect. He even grabs cake and shoves it into his mouth. She slowly takes off her birthday hat. The clueless boyfriend keeps drinking. Suddenly a cake smashes into his face. It accidentally falls into the nearby fire pit. Alcohol and fire turn him into a human torch instantly. Sheena doesn't even try to help him. The police find no evidence against her, but based on her husband's death, they suggest she see a psychiatrist. Though proud, she takes their advice on TV. A famous relationship expert, Mary, makes her watch several episodes. It seems convincing. She meets Mary in person for the first time. Sheena opens up and asks why her family looks down on her and leaves her. Mary asks if she's considered their reasons or if she's ever thought she might have hurt them. Sheena understands. She blames herself for protecting her family. Mary doesn't know. Her words make Sheena resent her. Mary's confidence irritates Sheena. She wonders what family makes Mary so self-assured. She starts studying Mary's family closely. She wants this confident expert to feel broken too soon. Mary's husband Mike falls for Sheena. He spills all his secrets to her. He's a doctor but can't stand blood. Dr. Lily handles all surgeries. The more Mike talks, Sheena gets closer to success. When a man shares his true feelings, it means he's giving his heart away. The mother-in-law pretends not to notice. She scolds the sly fox for being shameless. She already knew her son was acting strange. When someone suddenly starts dressing up, it means they're hiding something. So the mother stays alert. She finds her son and the sly fox inseparable. She tries to pay her off with checks. She thinks that will end it. But she underestimates the sly fox. Her ambitions go much further. She even sets her sights on the man's father. Finding their weaknesses is her main goal. But the old man isn't fooled easily. He hires a private detective to investigate her. Sadly, he dies unexpectedly days later. She complains, "Why did you have to die? How frustrating." Even after the father-in-law's death, the detective keeps investigating. He finds out Sheena isn't just Mike's mistress. She's dangerously known as the witch. Hearing she's had 3 husbands die, the mother regrets not dealing with the sly fox sooner. Mary realizes her mother-in-law knew all along. Right now it's not about who knew what. We need to find Mike quickly. This woman has bad intentions. Hearing her son is in danger. The mother can't stay calm, but she knows they mustn't panic now. Instead of searching for her son, she needs to find an excuse to temporarily close his hospital. With both the director Mike and deputy director Lily absent, people will get suspicious soon. Someone causes trouble at the hospital. He doesn't notice the hidden camera in the bathroom. Mary keeps apologizing. "We'll handle this properly," the man demands. Shut down the hospital for inspection. Seeing through their act, the mother agrees immediately. Mary notices something's wrong. Her mother-in-law isn't even angry. She even gives all staff paid leave for a month. Mary doesn't expose them. Instead, she plays along and threatens to call the police. The mother knows Mary sees through her. She explains they can't let the media know about Mike running off with that woman. "Think about it. You've been getting strange packages. Someone wants to trap us all. We must work together and avoid their trap." But then an unexpected person appears. Lily's boyfriend, Alex, is worried about his missing girlfriend. He suspects something bad happened to her. The grandma says Lily isn't a child anymore. It's normal if her phone is unreachable. But her boyfriend insists something must be wrong. The grandma mocks him. "Are you a cop? Why so sensitive?" To her shock, the man pulls out his police badge. The grandma's eyes nearly pop out. The man says firmly, "I must find Lily." Now they panic because they sent Lily to a rural hospital. She still hasn't woken up. Luckily, the grandma thinks fast. She quickly handles Lily's phone. Then they go to Lily's home. But the keypad lock puzzles Mary. The grandma takes out her makeup powder. She blows it onto the keypad. Soon something amazing happens. Fingerprints clearly show on some numbers. The code turns out to be her son's birthday. They enter it, and the door opens. They don't know this step inside will nearly scare them to death. They plan to leave Lily's phone here. so the location tracking won't look suspicious. But then they change their minds. Maybe put it in a suitcase instead. But moving it almost causes trouble. Suddenly someone seems to enter outside. They quickly hide in fear. The devoted boyfriend proves his love again. Even when his girlfriend isn't home, he still cleans her room for her. But suddenly this tough guy breaks down. He crouches by the bed and cries loudly. As the mother-in-law quietly closes the cabinet door, the sensitive boyfriend notices something strange. He suddenly remembers his girlfriend's favorite white t-shirt must not have wrinkles. So he picks it up to hang in the closet. The two women's hearts race with fear. Just as he's about to open the door, someone knocks outside. A man boldly enters, looking for Lily. The suspicious boyfriend asks who he is when he learns it's Lily's uncle. The boyfriend quickly fixes his appearance and introduces himself. Actually, the uncle was called by the mother-in-law for help, but the boyfriend won't let it go. He's sure Lily never left town because her suitcase is still here. Strangely, she's not answering her phone, so he tries calling again. The women panic because the phone is with them. The boyfriend follows the sound. They secretly slip the phone out. Just in time, he bumps into a pillar and spots the phone on the floor. He wonders why the phone is there. The fake uncle claims Lily must have forgotten it. Little does he know, Lily is still unconscious in the hospital. Strangely, her husband is also missing. She always thought her marriage with Mike was perfect. Every year on their anniversary, they would exchange gifts. But this year's watch will become important later. No one knew Mike was such a good actor. He's been secretly dating Sheena for over a year. The detective says every man who met this woman ended up dead. People call her the witch. Hearing this, the mother starts praying. She hopes her son wakes up and escapes the witch. Mary's eyes burn with anger. She vows to find Mike. He'd rather die by my hand than the witch's. She means every word. Next day, as she plans her next move, someone sends her a toy car model. She instantly recognizes the license plate. She urgently questions the delivery man, but it's no use. The car model matches Mike's real car. What message is the sender trying to give? Suddenly she gets an idea. She goes to find Jack, Lily's boyfriend. A lovesick man is easy to manipulate. Using her therapist skills, she talks with him. Jack actually has questions for Mary too. He found Mike's photo in Lily's phone. Just as expected, she purposely misleads Jack. My husband is missing too, she says. Jack's first thought is that the two ran away together. Mary hints again, reminding him of his job as a police officer. If you look for my husband, maybe you'll find Dr. Lily too. People like him are easy to use because he never gives up. He can stare at security footage all day without blinking. Soon Jack gets results and finds Mary, but he actually feels relieved. The footage shows Mary's husband's car driving from Yangpyeong to Tongyeong at a gas station along the way. The woman in the passenger seat isn't our Lily. Now Mary is sure her husband is really with Sheena. Mary and her mother-in-law follow the last known address. The mother plans to drag her son back by the ear after a day's trip. They reach the place. They see their son's car parked there, but they learn he rented another car to go to Yeokji Island with his wife. They need a ferry to get there, but it leaves tomorrow worried something might happen. Mary calls her brother, but bad news comes. Mary's mother-in-law gets a call from Dr. Lily's hospital. Dr. Lily has woken up. Mary urgently asks, "Do you remember how you got hurt at the villa that day?" Dr. Lily panics and shouts, "We're all going to die. Something terrible must have happened." The doctor stops the talk because she's too upset. The next day, they take the ferry early in the morning while asking locals if they've seen Sheena. Police sirens suddenly sound outside. Worried, they follow the police car to the pier. The police are pulling a car out of the water. The car isn't fully out yet, but the license plate falls off first. Mary's face turns pale when she sees the plate. It's the same car her husband, Mike, rented. Her mother-in-law's legs start shaking. Suddenly a large object falls from the car. An officer quickly opens it. Inside is just a blanket. The officer mutters, "I thought there'd be a body inside." Then, "Where's the body?" Mary's mom scolds him, "Watch your words. Don't call him a corpse when he's just missing." Soon police help them find Mike's rented room. A suicide note on the table makes his mom's blood run cold. It says he's been living in pain and wants to end his life here. He asks his mom to forgive him. He tells Mary he's sorry for being selfish. "I love you, so I don't want to drag you down." His mom faints from shock. Mary never expected this ending. She wanted to slap Mike for cheating and ask why he betrayed her. Since no body is found, police check recent security cameras. The police find Mike eating Lanzhou noodles with a short-haired woman. Later they buy one large and one small travel bag. Mary's brother guesses they either committed suicide together or that which killed Mike. He starts crying loudly. He wails, "Mike, you promised to lend me $500 million for my startup. How could you just die like this?" Finally, the police conclude. Though they can't find the body, the suicide note proves Mike is probably dead. Things look bad for Mike. Mary prepares to leave, but her mother-in-law stops her. She asks if Mary has no heart. "Leaving now, abandoning my son here alone." This makes Mary angrier. She snaps back. "Your son left me first. He ran off with someone. Should I hold a memorial for both of them?" Her mother-in-law grits her teeth. "I'll find my son myself." Truthfully, Mary is hurting inside. After all, they shared a bed for 20 years. News reports say a hospital director may have committed suicide with his girlfriend. Both are still missing, but a suicide note is found in their rental home. Police believe it's a joint suicide. Coast Guards are searching nearby waters. But Dr. Lily doesn't believe this story. Mary doesn't believe it either. So she goes to see Lily. She wants to know what happened at the villa that night. Lily has no choice but to tell the truth. "That day I saw Mike leave work in a hurry. Out of curiosity, I followed him. To my surprise, he went to a villa in the countryside. I know that place very well. After all, I lived there as a child." Inside she sees flowers on the table and a bottle of 1982 Lafite wine. But just as she's lost in thought, someone hits her from behind and knocks her out in a daze. She hears someone say, "Everyone will die." Mary grows even more curious. "You seem very interested in my husband." She sneaks into Lily's house and finds an identical outfit in her closet. Even the accessories match perfectly. A woman's intuition is always sharp, but now isn't the time to dwell on this. Lily then says something unexpected. "After 20 years of marriage, do you really know your husband?" This makes Mary's heart skip a beat. Back home, Mary checks her husband's hospital records. Strangely, every time he performs surgery, Lily is his assistant. She then checks the operating room's security footage, but when she tries to watch it, the files are empty. This proves there's something fishy going on. But this little trick can't fool a computer repair expert. Soon she opens the surveillance footage. To her surprise, her husband, Mike, is just for show during every surgery. Strangely, he feels like he can't breathe whenever he sees blood. How did he survive as a surgeon for 20 years? Just as she's about to leave, the police tell her they found a watch in the river. It's the same watch she gave Mike. For a moment, she feels reluctant to lose him. She remembers all their happy moments together. She silently prays in her heart, "If Mike comes back, I'll forgive everything." After crying all night, she falls asleep, exhausted, on the couch. A phone ring wakes her up. It's a bank sales call. She refuses to buy any financial products. But the caller asks why she suddenly withdrew all her funds last week. Mary doesn't understand. The caller explains that last Thursday her husband, Mike, withdrew all their investments right. Then she receives a video. It shows Mike staging his own car accident by pushing his car into Han River. Then he cheers excitedly. "We can finally run away and be happy together." Mary sits frozen in shock. She realizes she's been fooled like an idiot, played by them all along. In the man's eyes, Sheena seems like a sweet, gentle girl with a kind heart, but she doesn't know how cruel she is on the surface. She feeds pigeons in secret. She twists their heads off like pretzels. Then she mails them to the man's wife to scare her. This way she gets more time to trick this naive, foolish man. Sadly, all men are the same. They fall for this. After a year together, Mike obeys Sheena's every word. If she tells him to shower, he won't dare take a bath. Worried, it's not exciting enough, Sheena pushes Mike again. "Why don't we run away together?" At first Mike hesitates. He worries his family will search for him if he disappears. But Sheena gives him a terrible idea. She makes his mistakes worse. He thinks faking his own death will let him escape with Sheena forever. He doesn't know he's just a pawn in her game. With just this video, she can ruin his whole family's peace. Sure enough, his wife snaps. "From now on I don't care if your son lives or dies. In my life now he's as good as dead." His mom can't understand why a witch like Sheena chose her son, and she doesn't want to kill Mike. Then what does she want? People say those who've died once become fearless. This woman is a perfect example. Remember, she's just a guest here. Yet she's eyeing the hostess's clothes with bad intentions. After trying them on, she gives a sly smile, then shamelessly puts the clothes on herself. As she struggles with the zipper, frowning, someone helps zip it up from behind. Nervous, she tries to explain. The man notices her embarrassment. He covers for her, saying the clothes are tempting. She signals him to pretend he saw nothing. But seeing her curvy figure, a terrible plan forms in his mind. He casually picks up the hostess's necklace, placing it in her hand. He says it suits her perfectly. Her gut tells her this guy is trouble too. Oddly, Mike and he are unusually close. Mike even hired him as his son's tutor. At first she suspected his sexuality, but now she hears him say, "Mike depends on you completely. He says he can't live without you." Lily is half convinced. Did Mike really say that? Alex removes his non-prescription glasses. Alex leans close to Lily's ear and whispers, "His wife is lucky because you're the lady of this house." These words push Lily further down a dangerous path. But Lily doesn't realize Mike is completely obsessed with the sly fox outside. That fox suddenly pushes him underwater, and she's not joking at all. Just then 2 waiters approach. Sheena has to let go. The nearly drowned man asks what she's doing. Sheena casually says, "This is like your rebirth. So now begins your real chance at a new life." Hearing rebirth, the man thinks good times are coming. But Sheena's idea of good times is very different. Meanwhile, Lily, his childhood friend, is moved by his words. Mike really loves me after all. Soon she waits for Mike's mom to return. She knows Mike is with Sheena now, but she's sure he'll come back. Mike's mom sees right through her. She tells Lily to give up. Lily refuses. She's sacrificed so much for Mike. Why should she end up with nothing? But she's willing to gamble. If Mike returns, Mary will never forgive him. Then everything will fall into place for her. Little does she know. Her ambition convinces Alex she's the perfect helper for his plans. Just as Mary returns home, Mary receives another package. The package helps Mary figure out the truth. She goes to her mother-in-law and says Sheena's target isn't Mike. Then she shows her a numbered family photo. Her mother-in-law realizes the witch wants to destroy their family. Mary doesn't care about anything else now, but the number 4, marked by her son, worries her. Her father-in-law, number 1, is already dead. Later she learns Sheena killed her own father. Her husband, number 2, is missing. He cheated on her for a year. Next is her mother-in-law, number 3. But Mary doesn't care anymore. She just wants to stop Sheena before her son gets hurt. So they go to their countryside villa to look for clues Sheena might have left. Meanwhile, Sheena smiles victoriously and burns their family photo. She even dances happily at the villa. They see someone at the gate. Suddenly, Mike returns, though her son is alive. His mother is shocked to see him. But Mary locks the car doors. Her eyes fill with anger. She steps on the gas and drives straight at her husband, because Mary knows, once someone leaves a fox's den, their stink never washes off. Mary was right about him. He didn't want to come back at first, but he couldn't say no to Sheena's request. She said it was for their happy future together. She asked him to settle things at home first, then they could be together forever. Hearing this, he promised to go back immediately. He told her to wait for him. Sheena secretly cursed all men for being the same. But she didn't expect his wife to be so ruthless. Luckily, he dodged in time and survived. Back home, Mary feels something's wrong with their photos. Her husband wouldn't return without a reason. As a therapist, Mary asks her assistant to find all records of past patients because Sheena is clearly targeting their family. She needs to understand Sheena's mental issues to stop her revenge. Meanwhile, Lily returns to the hospital, but her clingy boyfriend won't leave her side. He's afraid she'll get hurt again. Lily just wants Sheena's medical records. Mike has no other social circle. He must have met Sheena at the hospital. She finds Sheena's records. She asks her cop boyfriend to track Sheena so she can find Mike. A guy with glasses walks in casually. He actually wants to tell Lily that Mike is back. But no one expected that on Mike's first day back, he buys a lot of groceries. This surprises the housekeeper. Even his mother is very curious hearing her son say he'll cook himself. She accepts his apology for suddenly disappearing. The mother feels relieved. Her son returning from the fox den shows he's grown up. But no one expected he prepares a feast. He invites everyone close to him to the house. Mary tries to lighten the mood with the big table of food, but her face grows uneasy because all the dishes are takeout or street food. As Mike sits down, this awkward dinner officially begins. His wife has a bad feeling. Sure enough, her husband says something shocking. He says he loves this kind of food, but it's forbidden in their home. His brother-in-law asks what he means. Then comes the big reveal. He says he's been fake for 40 years to be his mother's perfect son and his wife's ideal husband. He lied to everyone. Even his medical awards are fake, though he's the lead surgeon. Dr. Lily did all the work. He has a blood phobia and can't stand the sight of it. But even though she knew about my strange condition, Mom still pushed me to become a doctor. Mom just wanted to save face. We're all family here, so please understand. Her obsessed husband actually wants to expose Mom's hidden secrets to make his wife hate him and leave. About your father being framed, my father was involved too. Mom made you marry me to keep it quiet, so our families would be tied together. Alex holds back his anger. He tries not to lose his temper. Mike just came back. He can't let his sister and Mike separate again. But Mike's real plan is to make his wife hate this family so he can be free. As Mike leaves, Lily can't hide her smile like she's waiting to benefit from this. But they don't know. Sheena is listening to everything. Targeting Mike was the right move. He didn't disappoint her. Now Mike has completely lost control. He wants to find happiness and be his true self. So he follows his deal with Sheena, cutting ties with his family to be with her. He can't wait to contact Sheena. He has completely cut ties with his family. But he doesn't know Sheena's ambitions go beyond this. She has already made another plan. Her success so far is thanks to the man in front of her. The man is her late father-in-law's secretary. His expression shows special care for Sheena. Meanwhile, poor Mike waits for Sheena at the airport. Little does he know Sheena wants more excitement. She stands him up. Mary, who lives with her mother-in-law, suddenly finds an ultrasound report on the table. The baby's image makes the old woman's head spin. When her daughter-in-law comes out of the bathroom, she asks if she's having a second child. The daughter-in-law says it's not hers. The old woman panics. Could it be Sheena's? But the daughter-in-law says no. Again, the old woman relaxes. At least it's not their family's problem. Then the daughter-in-law closes the door and says it's your grandson, Peter's girlfriend's. The old woman is shocked, speechless. Peter is only 18 years old. She thinks if girls today are so careless, they can solve this carelessly too. But Mary feels something is wrong. Her husband's affair with Sheena already gives her headaches, and her stubborn husband insists Sheena is his future. She takes his phone to talk to Sheena, but she never expected this. All the threatening messages she received before were sent exactly when Mike just left home. This means their every move is being watched closely by someone. So she uses infrared to check the whole house and finds hidden cameras. But she keeps quiet about it. Instead, she secretly gives the cameras to her mother-in-law. At first, the old lady doesn't understand. When she learns Sheena secretly installed them, the mother-in-law panics even more. She quickly figures out someone in the house helped Sheena, seeing her plan worked. Mary says she won't handle this anymore. Your son caused this mess. You clean it up, Mom. Mary doesn't know. Her mother-in-law is the most pitiful one. Right after marriage, doctors told her she had uterus problems. She could never get pregnant. Her husband gave her a cold look. He didn't ask for divorce, but his eyes showed disgust. Then she found him hiding another woman. He didn't even feel sorry, just annoyed. She couldn't do anything about it, because I'm a useless hen that can't lay eggs. But 1 year later, maybe by miracle or just dumb luck, a baby suddenly appears in their home. She grows fonder of the child, though she could never be a mother. But as she holds the baby in her arms, she finds a note tucked in the baby's blanket. It's from the girl she once saw with her husband. The note admits the child is hers and her husband's. But she can't stay with a man 20 years older. She hopes the woman will raise the child as her own. She promises to keep the child's origin a secret forever, and so she gains a son. Little does she know, this son takes after her father's ways. He has the same taste, but her son doesn't just share that taste. He's also incredibly charming. Yet he has one flaw. He's too stubborn. Hearing Mike was dumped by Sheena, Lily tells him to wake up. That woman is pure evil. Last time she hit me with a shovel for no reason. But her foolish husband still defends Sheena. Lily is too angry to argue. She thinks the details don't matter. At least Mike is back from that fox's den. This time, she'll make sure to seize the chance to win Mike back. She plays seductive music, lines up her tools, and uses just a razor to make him fall for her. On the surface, she's shaving Mike's beard, but really she's getting close to replace that little fox outside. But she didn't expect such a perfect chance would be ruined by her own mother. Lily wisely turns off the music and leaves. The mother just shows her son an ultrasound report. It instantly snaps her son back to reality. But strangely, he hasn't been with his wife for a long time. When he learns it's his son's mistake, the father can't stay calm anymore. How could Peter secretly do such things? The mother tells him to handle their son's mess. After all, you two are just alike. Mike doesn't care about his half-shaved face. He wipes it quickly and leaves. But Lily thinks to herself, his mother must be trying to keep them apart. But the more the mother interferes, the more determined Lily becomes. She believes her charm will win Mike over. Mary finds hidden cameras at home. She plays along and sits right in front of them. This makes Sheena nervous. She quickly calls Mary's phone. As expected, Mary taunts her, asking how it feels to kill her own sister. Hearing her secrets exposed, Sheena almost loses control. But she quickly calms down and mocks Mary about her husband's skills. Did you check if he's improved lately? Mary pretends to understand her hint. She thanks her for being my husband's plaything all this time. But Sheena is still a witch. She quickly regains her cool and warns we'll see who laughs last. Mary pretends to stay calm. Then let's wait and see. But after ending the call, Mary lets out a long sigh. She knows she's not fighting a person, but a devil. Jack's investigation revealed Sheena's true nature. He found out all her past husbands died. Strangely, they all died in accidents. When questioned by police after 3 husbands' deaths, Sheena stayed calm and left no clues. But Mary noticed something odd about Sheena. Whenever someone mentions her dead sister, her emotions become wildly unstable. She even attacked officers in the interrogation room. Even Jack sees Sheena is crazy. He's extra nervous because Sheena once knocked out his girlfriend Lily. He doesn't know Lily is just as crazy as Sheena. Every day Lily secretly stares at Mike's photos. She imagines a life with him. But thinking of Mike being charmed by Sheena makes her feel empty inside. Her breathing becomes fast and uneven. She needs medicine to ease the pain. Meanwhile, polite-looking Alex hints that Mike still has feelings for her. His real intentions are unclear, but he keeps sending her messages. Alex uses his access to Mike's house. He tells her about Mike's situation, but he twists the truth. He says Mike is heartbroken because Sheena left him, or that Mike's wife yells at him and mocks him. He hints that someone should take Mike away from this pain. The word pain makes Lily completely lose control. Looking at these two people who relied on each other for decades, Lily suddenly shows a strange smile. She didn't expect Sheena to target her son. Next, her son's girlfriend finds Mary. She asks how much Mary knows about her son. This makes Mary immediately think of something. Sheena once asked the same question, "How much do you know about your family?" Realizing her son is Sheena's 4th target, Mary can't stay still. She angrily asks the girlfriend who sent her. The girlfriend doesn't understand why Mary is so upset, but she tells her, "I'm pregnant." Mary is shocked to take action. First, Mary asks the police to check if Sheena has a criminal record. She learns Sheena's family died in a fire. Only Sheena survived. Mary tries to find the detective who handled the case, but she's told Detective Cha quit and moved to the countryside. As they leave, a colleague of Detective Cha tells them Detective Cha was too stubborn. He insisted it was arson, not just an accident. No one supported his investigation, so he quit in anger. Mary knows finding this detective might reveal Sheena's hidden secrets. Soon they find the farm using the address. When they mention the fire tragedy from 14 years ago, Detective Cha clearly doesn't want to talk. He even wonders why they're bringing it up after so long. Mary tries to ask gently about Sheena, the only surviving daughter. Hearing her name, the man immediately tells them to leave. Mary sees how much he hates Sheena, so she tells him the truth. Sheena is now threatening and taking revenge on her family. From Detective Cha, she learns Sheena was the one who started the fire. Her sister saw it happen. Her sister didn't actually die, but the sister who survived is living a miserable life. She made Detective Cha keep her survival a secret. She knew her sister Sheena was mentally unstable. That's why he kept trying to prove the truth for her. Mary desperately wants to know where the sister is now. Detective Cha gladly gives her the address. This address gives Mary power over Sheena. Soon she drives to a distant church. What the nun tells her is even more terrifying. Even as a child, Sheena was different. On the surface, she lovingly fed pigeons. She even called them cute. But when her sister came home from school, she says she needs to do homework and tells Sheena to play alone. But just as she enters, the sudden flapping of pigeons scares her sister, who screams in fear. That scream makes Sheena's true nature come out completely. That night, Sheena kills the pigeons that scared her sister. Her sister can't believe it. How could Sheena do such a thing? But Sheena says, "I killed them because you were scared of them." From then on, Sheena becomes more and more obsessed with her sister. Then one day their house suddenly catches fire. Sheena pulls her sister to escape, but her sister runs back into the fire to save their parents. Sheena says, "They deserve it. If they didn't force you to study, I could have spent more time with you." Now her sister realizes how dark Sheena's heart is. In the end, her sister rushes into the fire to save their parents. These memories are told by her sister who survived the fire. She didn't want Sheena to know. She was still alive, badly injured. She lives only a few more years before dying. She drags herself through life, but doesn't last long. Looking at her sister's photo, Mary thinks all night. How can she make Sheena confess and reveal her true self? Then she uses the sister's photo to find the most similar-looking person among hundreds of employees. Since Sheena cares most about her sister, they'll use a fake sister as bait. Even the burn marks on her face look very real. Soon the fake sister gives an interview. She exposes how her sister became completely crazy. She also tells how she escaped from that fire. Every single thing she says. Only she and her sister would know these details. This makes Sheena believe this woman is really her sister. She listens as her sister talks about her twisted mind, from hurting animals to bullying the neighbor boy. Their parents locked her up to think about her actions, but then their house mysteriously caught fire. Now Sheena completely loses her mind. She rushes to the studio at 180 kilometers per hour. Mary was waiting for her. When Sheena asks where her sister is, Mary keeps tricking her into talking. Your love for your sister made you burn the house and kill your parents. Don't you feel guilty? Sheena looks extremely upset. She says it's not her fault. She loved her family so much, but they treated her badly. Mary finally says, that doesn't excuse burning your family to death. This instantly makes Sheena furious. She yells for her sister to come out. Mary's final words are, your sister is already dead. Realizing she's been tricked, the evil Sheena explodes with rage. They plan to record this as evidence, but Sheena doesn't follow their plan at all. Though small, she's strong, choking Mary until she can't speak. Luckily, a co-worker rushes out and scares Sheena away. Even though Sheena runs out of breath, she doesn't seem scared at all when facing the police. During questioning, she even calls the officers dumb and says, angry words can't be used as evidence, otherwise many innocent people would suffer. The officer has no choice and asks her to explain the fire at her home 20 years ago. But Sheena plays the same trick as she did back then. She says her whole family died. She also wants to know the truth. She asks the police to investigate for her. That way her dead parents can rest in peace. The officer hopes she'll confess, but Sheena refuses to cooperate. Instead, she becomes even more twisted. She secretly vows to torment Mary until she breaks down completely. Soon Sheena is released. A smelly man is already waiting outside for her. Sheena jokes about why he's here, to reconnect or to die together. When he stays silent, Sheena mutters to herself. She guesses he came to see if she was executed. But the man, like he's possessed, asks Sheena if she ever had feelings for him after all their time together. Sheena harshly shuts him down. If hearts were so reliable, we would never have met in the first place. The man finally realizes he was just being used by Sheena all along. Meanwhile, his wife, Mary, feels uneasy. She receives a warning text. Do you really think your son just got his girlfriend Vicky pregnant? Sheena now targets her son in desperation to stop her son from revealing secrets. Mary warns him someone is watching their family. Any small secret will be exposed and blown out of proportion. She asks him to confess his secrets honestly so their enemy can't use them against him. Mary even prepares herself. Even if he committed a crime, she'll stand by him. After struggling with his thoughts, her son finally confesses Vicky's pregnancy was fake. Mary sighs in relief. But his next confession shocks her completely. He faked marriage to go find Ben in America. Mary says visiting friends is fine. Then he admits he loves Ben and wants to stay with him forever. Mary tries to deny their relationship, but her son states clearly, we're in love with each other. Mary is completely shocked, but seeing her son speak in pain. He says he doesn't know why he has this sexual orientation, but he can't control it. Though she can't accept it, Mary keeps her promise not to let her son face this alone. But she knows Sheena won't let go of such a big secret easily. Every time Sheena dances by the fire, it means she's about to make another cruel move. Sure enough, while Mary is counseling a patient, a mother complains her son likes a boy. She asks what she should do. I heard you have such a son too, Dr. Mary. How will you handle it? The situation becomes awkward. This is being broadcast live. Just these few minutes put Mary in the spotlight. It exposes that the famous psychologist's son likes the same gender. She drives to the school ready to face this with her son, but the strange looks from classmates make her feel ashamed. As she's about to call her son, someone suddenly falls from above, scaring her stiff. When she sees it's her son, she freezes completely. Luckily, it's just a bad dream. They say, dreams reflect our daytime thoughts. Mary feels scared, but she never expected. The next day at work, she suddenly gets a message. When she opens it, she sees photos of her son, Mike, being affectionate with Ben. Mary angrily asks Sheena what she wants. Sheena plans to expose her son's secret live on stream. Mary begs her to stop. For the first time, this is exactly what Sheena wanted to hear. If you want to stop me, come here yourself. Worried about her son, Mary drives straight to the villa Sheena mentioned. When she enters the house, she walks right into a trap. Suddenly, she sees her mother-in-law. Mary gets startled, but her mother-in-law looks even more panicked. The man on the floor isn't breathing. It's their family security guard. The mother-in-law explains calmly, "I was knocked out when I entered. I woke up to this scene." Just then the police arrive. Clearly this was all planned, a perfect two birds, one stone scheme. But Sheena seems uneasy seeing this. She keeps making frantic calls. This wasn't part of her plan. She only wanted to target Mary. Mary walks out of the police station unharmed. Her mother-in-law takes all the blame. She clears Mary's name completely. Though the mother-in-law is innocent too, she believes Mary can find a way to prove her innocence. Mary's family looks for clues to solve the case. Her not-so-smart brother notices something. This was clearly Sheena's big mistake. Her target was only Mary. She didn't need to involve the mother-in-law. So who made the mother-in-law appear? They hear Sheena visits remote orphanages. They try to get more info from the nuns about Sheena. Mary's brother does something clever. He shows Sheena's photo to the kids. Surprisingly, the kids like her. They also mention liking an uncle. After seeing the photo, he excitedly tells Mike the news. Mary hears this and says firmly, "I knew he was bad. I felt something was off when he first visited, but she ignored it. Since he was Mike's senior son, she even let him tutor their son." Then Mike tells the truth. Once at the hospital, a bloody patient approached him, looking confused and hurt. He almost faints because he can't stand the sight of blood. Alex was the one who helped him. Then Alex immediately notices he has a fear of blood. He even pretends to be friendly and says he used to have the same fear, but he has overcome it now. He offers to help him beat his fear using his own methods. That's why he treats Alex like family and brings him home. His wife understands now. She realizes Alex planned to get close to her husband. He must be connected to Sheena. She remembers her mother-in-law told her that night. Sheena asked to meet at the villa to end things, but when she tried to turn on the lights, someone covered her mouth from behind. She fought back and hit the attacker. The attacker's cry of pain revealed it was a man. She didn't see his face before passing out, but she says the man was about her height. She thinks that man must be Alex. Soon Sheena gets a call from the orphanage nun. She asks if she and Alex received any awards recently. A TV crew is looking for people who helped sponsor the orphanage. Sheena understands what this means. This makes her even angrier than before. She speaks sweetly, but says cruel things. Sheena knows this guy is no longer useful to her. She pretends to care and warns him. His identity is exposed. She says leaving the country might save his life. But as he leaves, she drags a huge suitcase behind her. She leaves Alex a shocking farewell gift. All the tools they used together for their crimes. She hides them in his cabinet. One murder charge could put him in prison for life. Soon the police get a tip. The real killer's address in the villa case. Alex can't defend himself and gets arrested. The old lady is set free. Mary thinks it's all over. But Sheena's revenge isn't finished yet. Mary sees endless threatening letters and cruel pranks. Mary is tired. She wants to end this for good. She decides to hold a press conference. She tells everyone Sheena is a real monster. She killed Mary's family in a fire and murdered all 3 of her husbands. Now she's coming after me because when she came for therapy, I saw through her evil plans, so she started hurting my family. Now I have solid proof. I'll make sure she pays. But Mary doesn't know what happens when you corner a monster. After the news breaks, Sheena hides under disguise at the store. She sees her wanted poster everywhere. Now she panics. Alex betrayed her and told the police everything. She feels abandoned and alone again. Then she spots Mary's son, Peter, by chance. When Peter goes to the bathroom, her chance comes. She easily knocks Peter out with a stun gun. Soon Mary gets a call. She warns Sheena not to hurt her son or she'll make her pay. But Sheena doesn't care. She even enjoys seeing others panic. To upset Mary more, she sends Mary a video of Peter tied up and covered in gasoline. Anyone would feel heartbroken seeing this. Sheena orders Mary to meet at the villa to settle things. Mary can't wait. Luckily, cooler heads at home. They quickly make a plan to find Peter. From the video, Peter seems to be in the villa's basement. Mary pretends to meet Sheena while others search for Peter. As Mary enters the house, she smells strong gasoline. Sheena clearly plans to hurt her too. Mary calmly asks what she wants. Sheena keeps talking about Mary's past words. Nobody likes me because of my own faults. Mary tries to reason with her. Everyone makes mistakes. Just fix them. It's that simple. But Sheena won't listen. She shows the ignition switch. She wants her to feel how it's like to watch a loved one burn to death. Mary tries not to upset this crazy woman and buys time. But someone this broken could snap any moment. Luckily, Peter's hiding spot is found just then. But Sheena doesn't want to talk anymore. She's about to activate the fire device on her son. Mary tackles her to stop it. A dropped lighter accidentally ignites gasoline on the floor. When Sheena presses the button, Mary freezes like she's been electrocuted. She can't accept her son dying because of this madwoman. Frantically, she demands to know where her son is hidden. Thankfully, her husband arrives. He keeps telling his wife their son is still alive, maybe realizing she's lost everything. Sheena starts dancing strangely in the flames. Mary tries to pull her to safety, but Sheena's eyes show no hatred now, only sadness and despair. Mary feels guilty at this moment. As a therapist, she should have given them more care and attention. Maybe things wouldn't have gotten this bad. When she wakes up, she's in the hospital, but everyone only talks about Sheena. They've completely forgotten about Lily. She thinks, did they only take me in to use me? I did so much for Mike. Why did I end up with nothing? This anger makes her realize some hard truths. When she wakes up, she finally understands her love for Mike is actually family love. She also thanks Mike's mom for treating her like a daughter. Lily realizes something important. When something bothers you, talk about it right away. Don't let negative feelings grow until you feel trapped. Everything seems back to normal. But when she sees the book, Our Family Story, in bookstores, she often thinks about Sheena's sad life. It reminds her constantly to help every person with emotional wounds, to give them respect and the love they've been missing. This is what a real therapist should do.